Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shit. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing amazing. I wanted to make this video as a follow-up to a previous video I did with Halle and DDG because a lot of people were like, I don't see why y'all have a problem with them. They're together. They love each other. They're cute. I can never hate them. And I have a part two for a recent interview that he did to kind of do a breakdown because women need to understand what this is called. Stop looking at things from your perspective. Look at things from the perspective of the ones you desire. So we're going to break down this DDG interview with Vlad, and he really should have he could have kept this. But before we get into the video, ladies, get into today's makeup and hair look, honey. If you want the tea on this look, why are you not in my Patreon? Did you not know I have a women's only Patreon where I get ready for all of my live and recorded content live? While I'm doing so, we have different girl talk. People can ask questions. A lot of great discussions we have. I don't gatekeep. I show all products I use, tips, tricks, and everything else. We have a great community of women. We have a group chat. We do meetups, movie nights. It's just a wonderful support system. If you're tired of being in places where everyone tell you what you want to hear, you tired of being mean and ugly, come to Death Row, honey. We are winning over there in Death Row. We're just growing the edges back, getting engaged, making more money, honey. We're winning over there. It's a large group of women. Come join the winning team. I would love to have you. The information for the Patreon will be in the description box. So I'm going to pull this up. Now, a slight recap of why I'm doing this part two is because this is a huge issue in the dating world right now. And what women don't understand is when women are not on the same page with aligning yourself behaviorally with what you want, you end up with the short end of the stick. And this conversation is important because I talked in the previous video about the whole baby mama thing with Chloe and Halle. Chloe getting bent over on camera, Halle becoming a baby mama. I talked about this is for poor people. You are not supposed to be an upper middle class child star, wealthy movie star into a movie star and be bent over on camera and be a baby mama. The baby mama culture is killing us slowly. And it pissed me off so bad that girls like Halle, who on top of that, you know, you take this role as a Little Mermaid. You don't know any other Disney princess, nothing that ended up a rapper's baby mama. You don't see that in the Taylor Swifts, the Hillary Duff, not even the Miley Cyruses, because other groups of women understand when you show that you are okay with certain majority negative behaviors for the women in your demographic, you tell society that you agree with what's being portrayed. So white women, when they have a white woman representing them and she's too big, they make her lose weight. They don't have their white representation becoming rappers' baby mamas. And it makes me sad that Black women want this social level. Black women want to be revered. And I know that because Black women spend all day, every day complaining about who doesn't want them, the opportunities they don't have. My thing is, if Black women want to continue to move individually and not have some type of group accountability where, hey, can we stop condoning being fat, Black, in bonnets? Can we stop condoning becoming rappers, baby mamas? So that society can say, okay, they're not this way. They are saying that they're not with it. They're not going. But we sit and not only go with it, but we defend it. We don't get mad at the girls out here. If you in 2024 still becoming a baby mama, there's no hope for you. I understand everyone can't make it. And in my opinion, women that become baby mamas in 2024 is natural selection. It's the way of getting rid of the weak who just can't go and getting rid of them because you cannot be serious. This is not the era how it was when I was coming up, where everyone died on a hill. No one ever told you they were wrong. And we didn't have the internet to communicate experiences and information. Now, a lot of people felt like, oh, she's happy, she's rich, she can do it. Children, if you had a child and ask this child, would you rather be rich and have your dad dislike your mom and treat her bad and have them not be together and have them both work all the time and not be able to spend time with you? Or would you rather have parents who just have regular money, but they're together, loving each other, respecting each other, and being there for you? The children would choose the latter. So it's super weird when y'all be like, well, she's rich, she can do what she wants. Either you don't have children or you're not a good parent, because if you were, you would know that actually does not have anything to do with the bigger issue here. Okay. So everybody said, what's the problem? DDG, he's a good guy. Why y'all don't like him? Well, what we're about to discuss here, I already knew. In my Patreon, I'm always talking to the young sisters about how to avoid a man that hates you. I've done multiple videos on the concept that a man can hate you and still be with you because they must keep access to intercourse. And they will stomach so much if it means keeping their consistent intercourse and satisfying their egotistical territorial ways. Yes, they will have you around and not like you. What we're about to show is this is the reason Halle had that baby. And it's the reason I knew already, but I'm glad now we have a little more proof of it. I'll put it that way. So let me go ahead and put DVD on the Summer Jam screen here so we can break down what was said. I'm not going to make him big because I can't stomach looking at him too long. So I'm going to keep it small, and let's go ahead and listen. Let me make sure my volume is up on here, which it's not. I knew it wouldn't be. All right, let me turn my volume up and let's hear what DVD got to say.
Yeah, petty, type shit. But I had no intention. Like, I did it in front of her. I had no intentions of actually linking.
Okay, sorry. So for those of you who don't know what he's referring to, he is referring to him jumping in Ruby Rose's DM. So this is him and Halle had already started dating. And I don't know if y'all remember when Ruby Rose exposed that DVD was sliding in her DM. So he is now explaining the why behind it. And I want you to particularly pay attention to how he is dead serious. He truly, and he's dead serious because this is what he told Halle. And Halle, young, green, want to be a bad bee, want to be a street chick so bad. There's always some lame dude who is able to like convince a green, slow chick of something that makes no sense. And her slow behind just sits there like, okay, oh yeah, that makes total sense. So he's going to be explaining why he did that. Okay, so that's what he's referring to when he's like, oh, when I did it. He's referring to sliding into Ruby Rose's DMs.
With Ruby,
Yeah.
She's seen it. Like, imagine you arguing with your girl or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And, you get mad at her for something that, you're mad, right? You're like, all right, since you know what I'm saying, I'm finna do this, watch this type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you actually showed her
like,
why you're doing it.
I feel like people thought that I was like sneakingly like, oh, what you doing type shit. And that's when she posted, I know what type of girl she is. I knew she was going, like, I wouldn't even do that. That's just not like somebody that can,
Yeah. I mean, I interviewed
being petty, type shit. But I had no intention. Like, I did it in front of her. I had no intentions of actually linking with.
See, he is way too confident to repeat this BS, sir, just because you were able to play on Halle's ego and you were able to play on her desire. Let's just keep it real. Ruby Rose is the baddie, okay? She looks wise. She's definitely a 10. Let's just keep it real. So what DVD is doing is what they do when they want to make you do something stupid for them. DVD knows the secret to controlling a basic bitch, which is always to pit her against other women. So he's playing on Halle's desire because low-key, Halle wants to be like a Ruby Rose, which I don't know why. You should be blessed to have guidance and be raised right and act like you got some sense. Oh, and now I've seen DVD's little sister talking about she want a baby too. When that is such a big factor in whether someone gets married, stays married, and has children is when the people closest to them do it. So it's so crazy how DVD as an older brother did not even think to have, and then I think like Halle's sibling and DVD's sibling are dating, I think. I don't know. But the point is, I saw DVD's sister now talking about she want a baby. Why? Because she see her brother do it. That is the main reason why people will become young parents, because they had a friend or family member do it. So, you know, on top of everything else, it's amazing how your behaviors do affect those around you, especially your siblings. Now you got your sister itching to become a baby mama. It's crazy. So what he did is he's playing on Halle's desire to be better than or to win against a bad girl archetype like Ruby Rose. He's playing on that. And he has done such a good job convincing Halle of this that unfortunately now he thinks he can take this same rhetoric to the internet with grown adults with a functioning brain and think that everyone's going to be like, oh, y'all, we were all freaking out for no reason. Okay. She knew he sent the DM. Well, we thought you did it behind her back. Oh my God. Y'all, he did it in front of her. Thank you for clearing that up. When you're a woman with control issues and an identity crisis like Halle, and when you ain't shit like Halle, you can tell you anything. And if it fits in what your ego want at that moment, you gonna go with it. Okay. I want you all to keep in mind, this happened prior to the baby. And this is why women, that's why y'all don't like women who hold you accountable. Because bitch, you couldn't come to me crying about this man after you had a baby, after you seen him lusting after his ex, which means that's what he really want, and that's his real type. I see why y'all don't come at me with all that, because I would have been like, cry me a river. After all of that, your solution was to have a baby with him. Let's go on. I think there's more to the video.
Glad you like actually read the lyric and understood, because I didn't try to tell people over and over, like, bro, it's not like that. Like I did it in front of her, like, you know,
mean, doing it in front of her though.
Yeah, I feel like doing it in front of her is better than trying to sneak.
Were you just trying to piss her off by showing?
Yes, that's it. Like just literally just trying.
Was she pissed off when you did that?
Yeah, but she pissed me off too. You know, but during the whole situation, glad you like actually read the lyric and understood, because I didn't try to tell people. I hate this bitch. Oh my God, I hate this bitch. Oh my God.
So that was his reaction after Ruby exposed the DM. I want you to notice how he's kind of laughing. Like he's like, oh, I hate this bitch so much. DVD is the most dangerous type of man to get involved with, and men like him run rampant. I'm sorry, there's just too much information out there for girls to be getting got by demons like this. Do you see how I did a video some time ago, and I said, I don't know why women sit and send men 4 paragraphs, text messages, cry, blow up, pop up. All it does is stroke their ego. And the man was in the comments so mad, like, you don't know what you talk about. Shut up. Because yes, I do. And that's why y'all mad, because I'm telling them that. Because it's exactly what it is. When she blew up your phone, she all mad, doing all that. You don't care. You know what you did. You love the backlash. It's the ego stroke to you. It's, you know, fulfilling for you in some type of way. And I say, y'all need to stop sending them all. He don't care about them 4 paragraphs. All you're doing is stroking his ego. Period. And the only time you know a man cares when he marry you and stay married and committed. That's it. Anything he do outside of that only benefits him and does not benefit you. Period. Okay. So you see after Ruby Rose leaked the DM, how he's like, oh, oh, I hate this bitch. Oh my God. Why would she do that? All these girls just lining up, stroking that ego so good. That ego out of control right now. He's loving it. I think there's one. So y'all see his reaction. Oh my God, I hate her. Sir, stop. Stop. This is how they keep you on these emotional hamster wheels.
I hate this bitch. Oh,
he's so happy
God,
right now.
I hate this bitch.
Couldn't be me.
God.
Could not be me, honey. No. Please don't be this girl. Girl, let me put my, hold on, baby. Let me put my, hold on. Okay, let's make this bigger for a second. Let's make this bigger for a second. Hold on. Let me look at this. Okay, so these are the DMs. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm finna read it to you though. Ruby showing DDG hitting her line. She said, "This is why I'm single." So DDG writes, "You still in LA?" She writes back, "Yeah." Then hours later at 5:56, after he got from up around Halle, he gonna hit her up talking about, "Where you at?" She talking about getting ready. How about you? She said, "You hitting me the day y'all argue is so you." So that means that not only did he hit her up to spite Halle, and it's not even to spite Halle, it's a spell they put on you. They put you in competition with the other girl. There's a reason why DVD went from the bad girl. See, a girl like Ruby, she ain't about to let you get her caught up in pregnancy and sitting at home crying, waiting on you. So a man like this, they'll purposely let go of one girl and go get with another girl who is nothing like that girl, and then pit them together. There is a specific reason he chose Halle. DVD is, I know y'all hate this word, but I'm gonna just put it out there. DVD is a textbook narcissist. And mark my words, pull this video up when the things hit the fan. There will be an explosive scandal and breakup between her and DVD. He will take zero accountability, and Halle is going to end up in a nasty back and forth battle with him about that baby, because he's gonna want that baby to make more money on his YouTube. Okay. Remember who said it today? I said it, baby. I've seen this so many times, honey. I know how this ends. So now we see why Halle had the baby. So what DVD was doing is the master trick that a man knows. If you want to control a masculine woman, that's what you do. You put her in a false competitive mode. So what I'm going to do is, I know Halle is the opposite of Ruby. I know that she knows Ruby is prettier than her, badder than her. She know it. She really want to be like that. That's why she's dealing with me. She's dealing with me. What is appealing about DVD? Absolutely nothing. Halle was dealing with him because he used to date Ruby Rose, and she wants to be like a Ruby Rose. Just her and Chloe. They hate the fact they were raised with a two-parent household in the suburbs. They want to be the bad girl. They want to have the struggle for whatever reason. So now DVD picks that up, and he's like, okay. So when he gets mad, he be petty by DMing Ruby. And he knows, this is how I'm going to get Halle to step her game up to where now she's going to have to do more than what Ruby did. Why y'all don't just walk away when you see this type of behavior blows my mind. There is not that much masculine competitive energy in the world to be licking these bums and Pookie's buttholes the way y'all do. So now we know Halle had that baby in attempts to one up what he had with Ruby. Now, some of y'all might think, oh, Six, that sounds ridiculous. I have seen it in real life. I've seen it in my own life. If a woman has a baby with a man and the next girl is a fan of the baby mama, or she will have a baby too. Or if it's a situation like this with DVD, where the current girl knows that he really wants the old girl. That's what he really wants. But he's just kind of stuck with you really to try to prove to the old girl that he moved on and got a better girl. I got a good girl now. I don't, whatever. So in Halle's mind, now I have to do something to win against the other girl. And that's why the timing of this baby is the way it is. She had the baby to try and buy. I don't know why women nowadays still think that, oh, I'll have a baby with him. That way he's stuck with me. That way he has to be with me. How far in your ego, how much control issues do you have to where you cannot accept that you have seen this happen countless times, you are not going to be the exception. There are women every day. Competing with other women for a man should not be a literal direct competition. Like, oh, she's doing that. Oh, I'm gonna have a baby with you. Well, I'm gonna do what I can so that you can't go back to that, even though I know it's what you really want. And these are the same women who then turn around and say, I'm going for B, I'm boycotting men. No, you're boycotting yourself. You're boycotting the fact that you don't trust you. That's all it is. Because a blind man could see that this man clearly hates your guts. But your response is not to accept things for what it is. Your response is to try to take action to change the circumstance. That is masculine. The feminine accepts things for exactly what they are, and she moves herself accordingly. The masculine comes in and says, I want this to be this way, and they alter the environment or the circumstance. They build and invent. When you are a woman in that energy, it's going to end you like Halle, who she will end up as a 4B, bitter, angry baby mama. That's exactly how this ends. Okay. So I'm not really understanding like how people did not like see what was going on. If a man gets upset at you and his goal is, oh, you know what? I'm mad, so I'm going to hurt you. He hates you. A real man, it doesn't matter what you say or do to him. A real man that loves you, it's almost impossible for him to directly hurt you on purpose. He can't bring himself to do it. It goes against his entire nature to protect what's his and what he loves. So when a man can get mad and say, oh, because I'm mad, I can now cause this harm. Because I'm mad, I want to put my woman in a scared or scarcity mindset. Nothing good ever happens. Nothing good ever comes from it. And right now, DVD is monetizing that baby and monetizing Halle. And he'll make all the money he can. DVD is the only one benefiting in this relationship right now. Halle has risked her life, body, and betterment for him, and he has risked nothing. He's able to still hook up with his ex, date other women, do what he wants. He has no obligations to her at all. She's the one risking everything, and she's the one who will end up losing. And this is why we have to get out of this cycle of feeling bad for the next woman. Stop feeling bad and start getting smart. Look at the signs. Stop forcing yourself into situations and relationships that you know are not for you. Nothing good happens from it. A guy like this, nothing good comes from it. He's not going to suddenly turn into a loyal, happy, doting husband. That's the girl he really wanted. You will always be the cope. You know it. That's why you had that baby. And if girls are smart, they will look at this situation. I am not playing. There are so many girls in this situation or have been in a situation or will be. It is up to you to see the signs. We are in a different era. This ain't what it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, honey. Shit different now. It is up to you to protect you. If that is a concept that women cannot understand, you're not going to make it out here. Okay. If you lost and you silly and goofy, girl, you better join my Patreon and say women's only Patreon, and you'll be able to get the game to avoid ending up like Halle. Boy, when this explodes, it's going to explode. This ain't me wishing bad on no one. It's speaking on what is inevitable. Y'all, please leave your thoughts about this in the comment. Are y'all relieved to know that DVD let us know that he sent it in front of her and now it's all good? Are y'all relieved? Y'all, please tell me your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.